Okay. Aha. Uh, Good evening, Ma. Voa Logistics. It has been many years. I've seen your chubby cheeks on Instagram. Yeah, it's good to see you too. My cheeks are chubby too, Abby. Okay, my guest is actually here. Okay. Why is she not able to join? Saying she's not able to join. Okay. Yes. Good evening, ma.
Yeah, good evening, Madam Tokumbo. Nice to see you. Chubby cheeks
Yes, it's
again.
good to see you too, ma.
Thank you,
It's
man.
so good. It's so good to see you, ma. Yeah, welcome
Yeah,
to the
thank
program
you,
this
thank you,
evening. I'm so happy that
thank
you
you.
could make out time to join this evening. Um, I'm just very very excited. So it's the second episode of Made for Exports, and the program is it has been put together to showcase value added products from Africa. So typically what we've had from Africa is raw products. We export our raw products and then we import the finished products. But now the awareness is high and we're beginning to process our products. And some people don't even know some of these things that we are doing. So we thought, okay, we have to showcase these products and promote value added products from Africa. So our aim is to connect suppliers to buyers for direct purchases and to ensure that buyers buy authentic products. So there are sometimes that people want to buy products from Nigeria and they end up buying something that is not authentic. And then to
What
give buyers the
about?
yes, and to give buyers the opportunity to leverage bulk buying. And if you have private labeling, the ultimate aim is to establish market access and linkages for our value added products. So today I have you joining me. I have a very, very special guest joining me on this IG Live. Her name is Mrs. Olawunmi Fakoya. She's the founder and CEO of JDP Global. JDP Global is an agro processing company. It's based in Lagos. Um, she's a food technologist by training, and she worked as a food quality inspector and auditor before starting her own businesses. And one of the things I like about her is that she has so many products. She has so many products. So, Ma, let me tell you my own favorite products. My favorite products are the Akara Chips, the Kilishi, and the
Wow.
Ogiri. So
Wow.
I know that a lot of people will just be wondering, like,
What is the
Tokumba likes Ogiri. I love the Ogiri. The Ogiri.
Oh,
Ogiri doesn't smell too palatable, but it's sweet. I think
yeah,
you should
yeah.
just try it. 21st
And it's so
century people,
therapeutic.
Gen Zs
Oh,
and millennials, please
they won't know
put
that.
it in your soup. It's very, very lovely. Okay, so Ma, let's just go right into it. I'd like you to tell us about your educational background. Was there something about your educational background that contributed to you starting a food processing company?
Yeah, thanks for having me. The pleasure is all mine. I'm glad to be here tonight. So, going to your question, is there anything about my background that prompted me to start processing?
Hmm.
Well, yes. But I would say my background prompted me to study food processing. The reason is
Hmm.
because when I was much younger, much more in primary school days, I like putting things together. Let's try this and this. Let me try honey in rice. Let me try. I like trying things. So I'll try at the end. I remember there was a particular day I wanted to cook fried rice without using oil. So I blended, coconut oil, coconut. I blended granite and then used the two to cook the rice. Man, come and see how oily the rice was. And, I just like to do food exploits. So that was
Hmm.
actually what prompted me. One of my neighbors, family friends that sees me do that, was the one that got the phone for me to say, go and study food tech. So
Hmm.
it was my what I'm wired to do, my passion really
Hmm.
that prompted me to study food tech, and consequently prompting me to start a food processing business.
Okay, so when you eventually left food processing, when you started the business, where did you how did you start? What prompted you to start JDP Global?
Okay, I've worked with a multinational for 7 years, and then I was actually, it was a make believe that I resigned. I actually did not resign. I got sacked. It was made to believe that I resigned.
Hmm.
On what ground? Because of quality issues. I won't take no on
Hmm.
quality issues. So it was on the ground of quality issues that I got let's put it that way, severed from the office.
Hmm.
So and I was carrying my first pregnancy then, just barely 5 months old. So I waited to have the baby. Meanwhile, my other passion is fashion, fashion designing. So I went to learn it, in the remaining 4 months
Hmm.
to carry the pregnancy to term. So after I finished making babies, I had the first one, second one, third one. So after my baby making, my husband said, okay, oh, yeah. So what do you now want to do? I said, I want to go back to my passion. I learned fashion designing for just 3 months, and I had apprentices. I sew wedding gown. So after the baby making, my husband asked me, what now do you want to do? I said, I want to go back to my first passion, which is food. So I want to
Hmm.
start my factory. We live in a three plots. So I said, I want to go back to my passion. And then I started. I initially wanted to start with yogurt alone.
Okay.
But along the line, I had
Okay.
to find a way to change. So why I didn't go outrightly into yogurt was because I found out that it needs to be preserved because our light in Nigeria is not our electrical, whatever electricity in Nigeria, you know. So power supply. So I had to change, and then started with pap and corn. Sorry, pap and beans flour. So that
Hmm.
was I started that in 2014 after I'd been severed from the office, and I had to start something.
Hmm. Okay, so since you started in 2014, you said you started with pap and dates powder. So how many
Yeah,
products do you have now?
yeah. Then I started with pap and beans flour, and then with time, as
Beans
time
flour.
goes on, yeah, beans flour. As time goes on, by popular demand from the stores, from my friends, from B2C customers, I had by today now I have over 13. My resolution is that nobody will come to my factory and not go away with something. If there's something you must like, you know, among my range of products. If you are like the flowers I do now, if you don't like Gari as a swallow, you will like yam. If you don't like yam flour, you will like rice flour and all that. You surely must have something to take away.
Hmm. Do you have any of the products there? Can you show us any
Yes,
of the products?
yeah, I have them. I have them. Like this is BBQ spice. So you see,
Okay.
most of those spices are actually by popular demand. The stores I supply, they will say, Madam JDP, shebi you are doing beans beans spice. Why not start suya spice? People are asking. I was actually in a store one day, and then some customers mistook me for one of the staff and was like, Madam, do you have barbecue spice? I said, sorry, I don't work here. Then in another store, the second day, another person was asking the supervisor of the store, and the supervisor turned to me and said, Madam JDP, about one conscience now. So you are doing barbecue. And I went back home. I went back to the dining table and I said, see this thing 2 times within 2 days. Let me just do something about it. And that was how I started making most of these spices. After even now, I just tried to just put a stop to it because some people say, maybe you are doing shit up and do ofada this and that. So most of them are actually by popular demand from my B2C customers and from the stores. So this is barbecue spice.
Okay.
This is suya. You can see it packaged for
Okay,
international
that's
standard.
soya spice.
Suya
Yeah.
spice. This is suya spice. So we can see this is what is raining now. The raining snacks.
That's
This is
the
Akara
Akara
Chips.
chips.
Akara Chips. No
I
improved
like
Akara
that
Chips.
Akara chips.
Yeah,
That
Akara Chips.
Akara
So
chips, that container doesn't have conscience because once you open this once
it's
you open
actually
this
very
bowl,
indulgent.
you just start
It's very
eating it,
indulgent.
and before you know,
It's
and
very
you know the reason why I don't like this particular one is not oily, like it's
yeah.
dry.
It's not
So because it's
it's not
dry, you don't feel like you get the akara taste, but you actually
yeah.
get the akara taste.
Yeah.
So it's one of my favorites, like I mentioned earlier.
I have one of my customers. Each time he's going to Abuja for a meeting, he will come take 5 in different bagging nylon, in different shopping nylon. Say, I'm giving it to my business partners. You know, all the way from Lagos. Oh my! So, this is kulai.
Yes, that kulikuli.
Spicy and crunchy kulikuli that studied
Yeah.
in Harvard. Yeah.
That
So,
Kulikuli studied in Hamad. I remember
yes, to
when my
Harvard.
mom traveled, I told you, the lady
Yeah, you told
who
me.
ate that Kulikuli told someone to go and look for JDP. She said they should go and look for JDP. And so eventually she bought Kulikuli, bought Akara, bought all sorts because she tasted that Kulikuli then. So that Kulikuli really went to Harvard.
Yeah, I have many people like that. They will just screenshot the picture and they will snap the picture and send it to me and say their cousins abroad, their mothers, their sisters abroad say they should look for me and get it. Quality
Hmm.
speaks for itself. So
Yeah.
this is the old package of the Kulikuli and this is the new
Okay.
pack. You might be
That's the
wondering why
new
we still
pack.
have the two. Yeah. Some
Hmm.
stores prepare the whole one. So,
Okay.
so this is peanut burger.
Okay.
There are so many peanut derivatives. Many products you can get
Yeah.
from peanuts. You can get
Hmm.
kulikuli, you can get peanut butter, you can get peanut butter, you can get suya spice, you can get kilishi, because it's also part of the ingredient for kilishi. It has
Hmm.
almost 12 or 13 you can get from peanuts. So this is iru,
That's
dry
Iru.
iru. If you
Mm.
want to travel with it, you don't need to be saying what is smelling. You can say it's iru. So it's well packaged. It's not, there's no way anybody beside you can smell it.
Mm.
So then this Zobo is top notch.
Mm.
Like you get from the stores. Now we are in all gender stores with this Zobo. All gender stores and
Okay.
also around. Yeah. Zobo.
Okay.
So this is a wagon spice.
Ah.
Wagon spice.
Mm.
Wagon. So you want to make your beans pudding, without pepper, just plain. Then you make this with it, and you call it a wagon. Those wagon people. This is another byproduct of peanuts. Kulikuli oil.
Mm.
Kulikuli oil. So it's a vegetable oil. It
Mm.
doesn't dry, and then no matter the weather, the coolness of the weather, it doesn't congeal.
It doesn't
It's a very
congeal.
good. It doesn't
Mm.
congeal. No matter how cold the weather, it doesn't. So this is the kulikuli in sachet, small parts, small
Okay.
parts.
Mm.
We have it in economy pack. So we have this pepper soup. I call it pepper soup. When you are making pepper soup with this pepper soup, these spices, your long-standing feud, your neighbor will come and settle with you and say, I feel I want to banja on the wrong. Let's not fight again, because of the aroma, it's made with carefully selected 16 spices. Not just ginger and not just ginger and clove, and then plenty of ginger. This is made with 16 spices, carefully selected.
Wow.
So this is the crate of the Zobo. You can see it. The crate.
Okay. Yeah.
The carton. So this is suya spice. Yaji.
Okay.
Yaji suya spice.
Okay.
You can see it's so portable, so handy to
carry. Yes.
Yeah, to carry. Then this is the Akara Chips.
Yeah.
Ready to go. So these are about 11 of them I've mentioned. Kulikuli is not in stock. I short of the raw material.
Okay. Those are the flours now. Yeah. Because
the flour, bring the flour. The beans flour, palm flour, and the rest. Bring the flours. So the flours are beans flour, powdered pap, soya milk powder. Bring soya milk. Soya milk powder, yam flour, yes. Rice pando. Rice pando is there to bring it. So those are the flours. They are basically, my products are basically categorized into 5 categories, flours, snacks, drinks, condiments, and what's it called? Spices. I actually do veggies.
Okay.
Veggies are under condiments.
Yes, that's true. Oha leaves and I think ewedu also.
Yes, this is beans flour.
Okay, that's the beans flour.
Yes. This is powdered pap.
Okay.
Just prepare it in custard, like custard. Then this is soya milk. Detox.
Okay, that's soya milk.
Soya milk.
Okay.
So this is rice pando for celiac patients, basically.
Okay.
Those who cannot eat, what's it called? There's something in wheat. What's this thing called in wheat? So this is recommended for them. Gluten, yeah.
Okay. So they will take rice flour.
Yeah, they will take rice flour, but anybody can take it. But those who are especially celiac patients can take it. It's recommended. This is honey, pure honey.
Okay. You also have honey.
Yeah. So my drinks are Zobo cocktail and yogurt. So if you don't like yogurt, you will like Zobo. If you don't like Zobo, you like yogurt. And there's one thing about the Zobo. It's not just a drink. It's like when you take a cocktail, blend of fruits, and then this thing you call poro.
Yes, I know it. Yeah.
You know what? When you take blood tonic, you see that your stool you have some dark patches. So exactly how you feel when you take this bottle because
so
of the
the
iron.
Zobo is medicinal.
Medicinal is therapeutic.
Okay, lovely, very, very lovely products. I mentioned at the beginning that JDP has so many products, like so many products. Sometimes I just see a new product, I'm like, JDP has started making another one, and it's lovely. So what certification do you have? What certification do you have for your products?
The certifications I have NAFDAC. I have NAFDAC for my products. At least 10 of them has NAFDAC. And I do it in batches. I do it in batches. 10 of them has NAFDAC. Then I have FDA, Food and Drugs.
Your facility is registered with FDA.
Yes. Then I'm also ASIP certified. Hazard and critical control points.
Control point analysis. Congratulations, ma. Congratulations. So for those that are listening, her products are not just good quality products, they are also certified. So she has NAFDAC, she has FDA. FDA is the Food and Drug Administration of the US. And she also is HACCP certified, so that just shows her attention to quality. So these are products that are certified already, so that's very good. So, I think it was this year that there was this thing on social media about say on safe products, adulterated products, even of popular brands, so how do you ensure that your own products are safe and that your quality is consistent?
Okay, like I said earlier, that I can't get sacked because of quality, because of not my inability to compromise quality, and then start my own company and have it less. No, so I make sure quality is ensured all the way. I've gone for trainings on good manufacturing practices and all that, so we ensure it all the way. We do food and glass tests every 6 months.
Hmm.
Then fumigate the factory quarterly to read it on dents and all that. So then that is how we ensure, 6 months food, and everyone that handles the food go for food and less tests. Then also how we are able to ensure quality by the use of an SOP. So people usually
Okay.
believe that when you had A plus B plus C, we usually give you, or we always give you A, B, C.
Hmm.
Is it not? You agree with me too?
Ideally, that's what it should be.
C, we always give you A, B, C, but not with the same quality. For example, if I'm using groundnut, corn, and beans products to make a particular product, if I use 30%, we give you, it's still a combination, a product made of the three raw materials, but with a particular taste. If another person comes and uses 25% of this, 25, different ratios, you will get different taste and color. So with the use of an SOP, that's what it does. It tells you that groundnut must always be 30% in our production, corn must always be 30%, and then beans must always be 40. Once that is maintained, quality is ensured constantly.
Hmm. So that means that even when you are not in the factory, because you have an SOP,
Yeah.
anybody who can read that SOP will definitely follow the processes to
Definitely.
ensure that the
Get the
products
job.
you arrive at are of the same quality
Yeah.
as when you are
Maintain.
there and when you are
Yeah.
not there. Yeah.
Yeah, where I
Yeah.
was, I was away for like a month, and the operation was going on in my factory.
Hmm. Wow. Wow. That's
Right,
lovely.
right from where I was, I as it produce, because it's all based on measurements. Once we are being able to get it, they are able to get the right measurement, 30 of this, 40 of this, 50 of this. I know what the addition of 40, 30, 50 will be, and I know what we are packing into the gas. It's a matter of me just dividing the bulk by each unit, and then I will tell you that thing you are producing will give you 40 plastics or 100 plastics, 100 jars. So it's as simple as,
Hmm.
to maintain consistency, you need to have an SOP, standard operating procedure.
That's very lovely. That's very comforting to know. So we know that when we buy JDP's products today and we buy it tomorrow, the quality won't have reduced. The quality stays the same
Yeah.
because there's a process to it. Okay, so I want to ask this question that in the course of JDP, are there some mistakes that you made when you started your business? For someone thinking about food processing, what are some of the mistakes you made that the person doesn't necessarily have to make?
There are mistakes, so that is why we say the terrain of being an entrepreneur in this nation, you can't walk it alone. You need people around you.
Hmm.
And thank God for people like us that have made mistakes. We can allow others to learn through us. You see, there are two. I'll talk about two major ones, and let me reframe the question to mean: are there mistakes I've made in the course of running my business? That's
Hmm.
when I started. So
Okay.
there are
In the
mistakes.
course
The
of
first major
running,
one
yeah.
running my business. So the first
Hmm.
major one was the one I got somebody to, I got a customer in Dallas, and the customer ordered for 500 kg of beans flour. Then it was a big thing to me because I run a small scale then, So she ordered and I couldn't meet up with the deadline. So I had to like let me contract somehow to somebody I know has a bigger facility than me. So I asked for sample. He gave me the right sample, beans flour, the one that was peeled and meal. That was the sample he gave me. I kept it. So based on that, I made 225 kg and he made 275 kg. So I packaged mine. Thank God that I used a different package from what he used. I packaged mine in 25 kg. Package is in 50 kg. So I just pick up from my hand to send to the airport and ask the logistics to pick up from his own place to pick the remaining from his own place, with the reminder that the quality is right. So only for me, this the third day, my client got it and was like, sent it. I woke up that morning, I saw different videos, comments. I was like, she was so disappointed, and she said something. Thank God, it's good to be known for quality. She said something. I said, I know it's not you. I know it's not you that made all these products. I know the ones you paid. You must have given it out. Why did you do so? She should have told me you can't meet up with the deadline. No, I was at least believe that she knows I wasn't the one that did it. So now said, I was so sorry that I actually didn't want to disappoint. And then I have a colleague in business that does that. I had to give it out. And then the sample is submitted. So I just left him. I had to take care, treat it, take care of the mess first. So I apologized and I told her I'm willing to make a refund because my relationship with her, I don't want it to be severed. I actually want to continue in business with her. So I told her, don't worry, I will refund. So the one that the other guy made, I refunded. She now told me, okay, I should do another, to complement it, to pay for that. So I had to do another 275 kg. And the worst thing is that from Dallas, I can't ask for the bag to be resent. I'll still have to pay for it. So while I was at it trying to do a makeup for her, I was at the same time thinking, how will I do the ones there now? Of course, she can't use it. Will I go and throw it away? I had to contact my sister in Houston. I said, can you link up with this person in Dallas? Can you take some bags? I have, and their own churches there. It's not like Nigeria where you give to the poor. They don't run their service every day. They don't open the churches every day. It's only on appointment you see pastor, in developed countries. So I was going to tell them to give it to the poor or to anybody that needs. So the other problem was, how do I dispose this off? So I took my sister from Houston to get. I took my husband's cousin to get and all that, just to take care of that while I sent the new makeup. It was not really easy, but I was able to make up for her. And then till today, we are still in business. But for the person, the one that fumbled is out of business. You say, once you are in business, do it with the mind that you want continuity of the business, of the partnership, of the relationship. If I refuse to, do a makeup for her, nothing will happen. She doesn't even know my factory. She doesn't know anything. But I had to, for conscience sake and for integrity. And she told me one thing. She said her friends told her, make sure you continue in business with this woman. After asking her, do you know her? Do you know her factory? Have you been to Nigeria to see her? She said no. And she did all this for you. Make sure you stick to her. She's a very honest person. Until today, since about 4 years or 3 years now, we're still in business. She does like a ton every year. You know, she does it
Wow.
for 500 kg. So there was even a time she had to send some measurement. I needed some measurement. She sent it free. So the relationship is still cordial till today. But for the other guy, he didn't even refund a penny. So that was the first major mistake I made. Although in the long run, the lady refunded some money back to me after I did the makeup. She gave me some money back and said, "Yeah, pay back." So that was the first major mistake. The other one too cost me a lot. Was on my Akara Chips. I was outsourcing. Do you know, because of that mistake, I lost 6 stores, a chain of stores, 6 or 7 stores.
Wow.
Because there was this complaint that this and that. It was after I lost 6 stores, my eyes cleared. And now you see. And sometimes you don't even know what you can do. If that's why the fact that by training, I'm a food technologist, I can do almost everything. Except you don't tell me to give me the order. I will do it. So that was what prompted me to say, let me take up this thing myself. And my own is coming out so much more better, crunchy and all that. But that's after I've learned my lessons. So in contracting out, true, we are told to try to learn to contract out. But in doing that, we have to do our due diligence.
Wow, wow, that's interesting. You know, and yes, it's true. We talk about collaboration and trying to work with other people, but then, you know, like you said, you have to work with people who have similar values. You know, for some
Yes,
people, they
integrity.
are not very big on sustainability and continuity in business. They just want to make
They
the
are
money
not about
today.
that.
But
And
for
just go.
some other people, we want to stay in business for a long time, right? Okay, so let's talk about the current instability in prices and raw materials in recent time. You know, you go to the market in the morning, we have morning price, afternoon price, night price. You know, I think it has even reduced. But how did you cushion the effect of that galloping cost of raw materials in your business?
It wasn't so easy. This year alone, I can tell you, we have made up to like 5 increase in price or so, thereabouts. It wasn't so easy, but once one, the major thing is that be honest, be open. When the prices comes down, let them know it's down. And when it's up, let them know. Though anything that goes up in this nation hardly comes down.
Hmm.
So the increase, as we because majorly I supply to stores, so it makes
Hmm.
it easier for me. Some of them they only need a notification of price increase,
Hmm.
so a prior notification, so to say. So as the price is going on, even today, you won't believe. There's a particular store I supplied Gari, my Gari 2K Gari Jebu. At the last price I supplied them was 2.8. So this very particular time they ordered, we sent a prior notice. She read it on both of our lines. She read it on WhatsApp, and then she didn't say anything. So we supplied her at the new price. And then after
Hmm.
we left the second day, she called us to say, the price has changed this and that. You should come and carry the thing. We're like, well, we gave you a notice that I didn't see, but it showed at our hand that you read it. Anyway, I said, that guy, we don't even have it on ground. So if I take it now, the price has even increased. From that 3.5 is 4.2 now. So I told them,
Hmm.
we are going to pick up. So she was calling on agitation. I said, don't worry, just calm down. We are coming to pick it because it will pay us in the long run. So I sent one of my workers to go pick them up. We picked the 24, 2 kg, 24 pieces. So we picked it. As soon as we picked it, we headed to Gender to go and supply as another store. We supplied it as spot 2 because the price had
Hmm.
increased by the time we picked it. And going by the fact that we spent the logistics we had to
Yes,
employ in going to
logistics
supply
around
her,
picking it.
coming back and then going again. So we supplied at 700 naira extra. So do you believe today that same store sent an order and said they want Gari? I said, are you ready now to buy at the new price? He said yes. I said that new price is not even the 4.2, it's even 5,000 now. One particular day, too, a customer called all the way from Port Harcourt. She asked for price of it. I was in UK then. And when she asked, I told her the price. Immediately, I called the factory to tell them a customer is paying for one bag of Gari and that. Is it still available? They said no, it's exhausted. So we had to go to the other factory in Ogun State, where we do the Gari proper. That's where we process it. So
Hmm.
I called my husband immediately. He was one in charge of the Gari, and he said, Gari is now so price. So from I think I gave her then 67 or so, 65 or so. And he said, Gari is now 67. Immediately I told her, I said, Gari is now 68. Because if it's 67 from farm, I'm going to transport it. 68. She said, now. I said, madam, that's the Nigeria we are in. He said, let me quickly pay before it will increase after now. So immediately she paid the money. I know, we are all in this nation together. So
Hmm.
it demands openness. I said, I just call the factory. One we have is exhausted. So that's what it takes. As the price increases, we know that we have to give them prior notice. So we have a platform where we put all our customers, our major customers. So we pass the information on that platform and say there is a price increase. We even put a status constantly. Please always confirm prices before you make payments. And one thing about me is that once you make payments and you say you are not good to go anymore, you want back your refund, I do it immediately. I do the refund. I
Mm.
know if you don't buy now, you buy later. I don't force people to say no. I can't no. I won't say, yeah, I use it to buy something else. I can't refund. I refund the money. So if I do you well, you come back next time
Mm.
now. If you go on my Google and see our review, you will marvel at our review. So cleanliness is the thing, and then
Mm.
as it's going, carry them along.
Thank you so much. We hope that the prices stabilize and everything goes back to normal. We really hope so, because we
We
have
are
to
hoping
eat.
it's coming down
Yeah.
already. It's on the better, it's coming down already. I believe in
Yeah,
it.
okay, okay, that's good. That's good. Let me just ask, are there challenges that you've had in trying to sell your products locally or even export the products? Are there challenges that you've encountered um, in trying to
Yeah,
sell locally and internationally?
yeah, there are challenges, definitely. Let me start from local. The challenges are more. Trying to gain the market. For me. Trying to gain the market. There was a day, particular day, I took some of my products into my car and then I drove to the local government around to advertise it. Because when I was nursing my babies, I used to go to the maternity. So I know that they come to sell soya meal, bean stuff, or the soya, and nursing mothers, uses and that. So I took it there and I was like, let me introduce you. They said, no, we have somebody that is always coming to sell. I said, yeah, I know, but at least give us a fair ground. Make it at least sometimes when that Baba does not have, we have. Moreover, the Baba uses some. Not really season doesn't used to have. We say, although we don't have, it's not even so healthy trying with the sun. Give us a fair ground to. They said, no, no, this and that. I left there. I went to the other local government close to me, Ayobo. The same thing happened. This same Baba is there too. He said, we have somebody and that. And then there was a time I was trying to gain entrance into the markets, retail market.
Mm.
So I went there on occasion. They told me, Madam, I think we don't hear your jingles on radio. So this thing will not sell. It's tied down our money. We are not hearing your jingles already. I said, are we not going to start small? You cannot start today and
Mm.
start making jingles. Because
Mm.
there's no jingle, people will not buy to tie down my money and that. And you know that market women, their own dozen is not 12. Their dozen is not 12, it's 15. I don't know if you know that.
Mm.
Dozen, if they
Okay.
want to take and want to dozen, their dozen is 15. So they will want 15 for the price of 12. I was like, I
Mm.
sat down, this thing is not for me. I just decided there and then that I'm going to just go after the stores. Even though they had discouragement that the stores will hold, they will do this, they will do that and all that. But I had to go after the stores. So I left there. So it was so rough. Sometimes I go as far as Alausa, entering from office to office, trying to advertise to civil servants and all that. It wasn't so easy to gain entrance into the market. But thank God for where we are today. So
Mm.
on the national level, one has to be very careful. As much as you want to push your products to Europe and other places, you need to be very careful so that you don't shoot yourself in the leg. You need to do your due diligence. It will be much more better if you have somebody like the person selling for me in Houston now, because I have a younger sister there. It's easy. But in a place where you don't have a friend, a trusted friend, or a relative, or you have to be careful the people you leave your goods to. Like when I went to UK, there has been somebody who has shown interest that I want to be a distributor in UK. I want sole distributor. And don't be quick to say you want to make somebody your sole distributor. Don't put yourself in a tight
Mm.
corner. Because once you are
Mm.
giving them, they
Mm.
might not deliver and you are in a fix. So it's not really easy. You have like somebody before I traveled, somebody ordered for 48 cartons of the spices. He ordered for them. The mistake I made was that I didn't allow us to finish with the agreement, the MOU, before making. He ordered. I didn't ask for any money. I made the what's it called with my money, and then according to the agreement that we were supposed to sign, we're supposed to pay 50% upfront, and then 50% after picking up. So with the hope
Mm.
that we are going to sign the MOU and then we sign, I went ahead to do the production And then only to find out that when the thing was ready, yeah, okay, make the payment and pick. He said, no, the MOU is going to take effect from next quarter. I said, okay,
Oh,
wait then
wow.
till the next quarter for us to deliver, So there are issues, there are problems, you find them, but in the long run, when you are able to get, then you are good. So, but
Hmm.
one should not be too jumpy. I want to have distribution in US, I want to have in UK. Yes, it's good to aspire, but do your due diligence and then get credible people. So that's what I would say.
Okay, so people, you've heard her. When I say do due diligence, they'll be looking at me like, this Madame Tokunbo's one is too much. But you, now that you are selling the products, you are telling them to do due
Yeah,
diligence. So they will believe you more. So do
yeah,
your due
you need to be
diligence. Don't be in a hurry. And I
so,
also say this, don't be in a hurry to jump into a market. And I like what you also said,
mm,
don't be in a hurry to make someone your sole distributor, because that means
wow.
that no one else can distribute that product for you
That's
in that place. And so if that person is not delivering, what it means that is that you are stuck with the person, and you are stuck with the
it.
person's performance in that particular location.
That's
So
it.
I think this is okay. It's not the last question. One two more questions, and then we'll be done. So I wanted to find out, do you have distributorship opportunities for people who want to distribute your products? And then I also know that you are quite in a number of supermarkets. Do you want to tell us the supermarkets you are in?
Yeah. Well, I can't count them all, but I'll try and count as many as
Okay.
I can here. So we are in all GB stores, grocery bazaar
GB.
stores, all
Okay.
16 of them, 16 branches. We're in all GB stores. We are in all gender stores. I think that's about 10 or 11 now. All gender stores. We're in all Primark stores. We are in
Hmm.
Prestige stores, Hyper City, Qatar stores, global stores, there are about 16 too. We're in all Utu stores, we're in Wiki stores, Albright, you know, um, I can, globals, I said globals, CPJ, a number of them, you know. So,
Okay.
in those stores, and just know one thing, it depends on what you have resolved to do. If you have resolved to supply stores, then you have to be patient. Patience is what,
Hmm.
because as much stores as you supply, the much more your money will be in there and will be outside, because stores don't pay money instantly. The good
Hmm.
ones like Gender, GB will pay your money in a month. So it means that you have to have
Capital.
what's it called now?
Extra capital
Yeah, capital to turn around while
to
that one
keep,
is stopped. It's not
yeah,
for you
to
to
keep.
supply. Because, for example, if you have 50 stores, you supply the 50 stores, then your money collection will be around maybe a month. Which money will you be using to run your business before then if you don't have
Hmm.
CA? So the
Hmm.
more stores you have, the stores increase to 80, you have 80 people owing you. As in, it increases to 100, you have 100 people owing you. As I speak, I
Hmm.
have over 100 stores that I'm supplying. So you have to have, don't eat, as an entrepreneur, don't eat with your 10 fingers. So you
Hmm.
need to have some money to turn around while that's on, so that they will not label you and say, this is the one always coming to ask for money and not getting patient. I think 1 month is still okay. Even
Hmm.
abroad, you can't get the money in 1 month. So
Hmm.
in major stores, we are still aspiring to enter more stores. We have agents helping us to get into those stores, and then we are doing it ourselves. My marketers are doing it too. So
Okay.
there's also room for distributorship. Like I have some people at the moment. I have a distributor in Oyo. She indicated
Okay.
by herself. So one thing about these distributors is that they are the one indicating. They are the
Hmm.
ones who have indicated by themselves thus far. They say, I like your product. Do you have anybody today? Somebody has asked me, do you have anybody selling for me in Delta now? Where or Calabar? He called, he asked for Kilishi and said, actually, this is for my personal consumption. But if I find it okay, I would like to be a distributor in that place. So quality speaks
Hmm.
for itself. They are the one I've never said, although okay, maybe 1 or 2 occasions I've said within distributors, but I don't follow it up. But the ones I have at the moment, they are the ones that are indicated by themselves. Like the one in
Hmm.
Oyo. So that's
Okay.
we are they are good for distributorship. You want to be a distributor anywhere you are, because majorly we are based in Lagos. We need distributors outside Lagos,
Yeah.
Osun, Port and the rest. There's room for that.
Okay. Okay. So you can hear her. If you want to be a distributor outside of Lagos, there are opportunities for distributorship. Her Instagram handle is at JDP Global Foods. The foods ends with a V. It's not S. JDP Global Foods. So you can just follow her after this and send her a DM. Lastly, I want to find out, do you have opportunities for private labeling, souvenirs or bulk sales? So I want to buy the um, if I want to buy the rice flour or something else in 25 kg instead of the 1 kg bags, do you have those kind of offerings available?
Yeah, we do that. Like my customer that I said is in Dallas. The 500 kg is unbranded. She sells them on
Hmm.
Amazon. We give
Oh.
her unbranded, white label. We give her unbranded, she packs in a brand and she sells on Amazon. So we do that for our
Hmm.
customers. All our products, we do them in contracts. Like the Akara Chips, now people are buying it in kgs or in package and brand in their own name. So then the contract manufacturing, we also do it. It's the that one is that you will just tell us you need probably 5,000 jars of this peanut butter. You bring your label or we design the label for you, you package it, just come and carry finished products, package
Hmm.
finished products. So we do all that.
Hmm.
Because sometimes we will do it, we do souvenirs. We want to do a birthday and you want to
Yeah.
share it, put your picture and all that. All those are available.
Okay. Okay, wow, that's so lovely. So that's another opportunity for those listening to us. You don't have
Yeah.
to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
You want to sell akara chips. Don't go and start frying the akara chips just yet. You
Yes.
can get JDP Global Foods to make some quantity for you. Test your market with that quantity and
Yeah.
then expand gradually. Contract processing is just so lovely because it means that the person doesn't have to invest in the
You don't
machinery.
have to
The
need all
person
the
just
yes,
picks up,
machinery,
and the person doesn't have
labor.
to go through the stress um, of, of doing the work. The person just comes with their own brand, and then you produce for them. And because they are assured of the kind of quality you have, they also are sustainable in the business. It has been such a
Sorry, let me
pleasure
quickly say something.
having
Sorry, let
you.
me quickly say something on that. My
Okay, go
contract
ahead.
manufacturing. You see, it's easy for those who want to be foodpreneurs but don't have the funds to get machineries or labor.
Mm,
You see, even as it is today, I still have some products I outsource. You
mm,
know, I said it earlier on. If you get good hands, it's okay. Initially, when I started my pap, I used to do it from scratch myself. If you ask for pap today, I will tell you 1 week's time because it's going to go through processing of 3 days, soaking and all that. You know, so but as of today, I got someone I contract it out to. They do it. All I get is raw pap, raw wet pap, and then I process with my machine and all that. It makes it very fast for me. Somebody orders
mm,
for it today, for pap today. I don't have it, I will make it available tomorrow. All I will just do is to dry with my machine and all that. And then you get as much gain as you will get. The stress will be taken away. The stress of you
mm,
processing from the scratch, milling and all that, it jumpstarts your business.
mm,
Then also you get once you are able to identify a quality brand or quality vendor you can get from. So it makes it
mm,
easy. The only difference is that once in a while, since you do it yourself, if there's a kind of disappointment or so, something you can just do by yourself. But in all honesty, it pays to contract. I'm contracting my pap out. I just get even the Iru. It was my major project, my final year project in school. I canned it. But today I don't do it myself.
mm.
I'm also making a source of livelihood for the old women. There's this old woman
Yes.
that you know. I remember one day she was like, I said it's God. You know, she knows that if once I say I want all that she will get, she just stand by me. The old person making the path too, they are there. You know, at the end of the day, we both smile. She smiles, I smile too. Because she gets the money my stress is cut off, and then I get as much gain as possible. So for those who are out there, don't wait till you have the process to get everything you need to process. You can jumpstart your business by contracting it out, and then later on, if you feel you are good to go, then you can do it on your own.
Thank you so very much. It has been a great pleasure having you.
Thank you.
And like you said, for anyone that wants to go into food processing, there's no need for you to start from the very beginning. You can jumpstart the business by engaging food processing, and that's just so very amazing. Please help me appreciate JDP in the comment section. Send her hearts. Tell her thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much, Ma, for coming. Follow her on IG. Follow her on Instagram at JDP Global Foods. The foods ends with a Z, not an S. Yeah, so thank you so much, Ma, for coming. I enjoyed this conversation. And I'm looking forward to more products. We are 13 already, and I'm sure that there are many more that will come up outside of the 13. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening. We'll be back next week with another value-added product from Nigeria. My name is Adetokunbo Adewoyin, and till I come your way again next week, I encourage you to think African and buy African. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Thank you.